Hello YouTube, KF7IJZ here. Today I want to talk to you about something that was an impulse purchase last night. I came across this device, which is called the Quirky Spotter, and if you can see, it says Quirky plus GE Spotter Multi-Purpose Sensor. To talk about the device is a mobile app enabled, both for iPhone and Android devices. Sensor that is capable of detecting light, motion, and I understand that's both infrared and an accelerometer, sound, and then temperature and humidity, all in one sensor. Now, this box is still unopened. I haven't popped this thing open yet, so I thought I would do that today. Now, Quirky is apparently an online organization that helps small inventors get things created and then sold. And previously, as I understand it, they were mostly focused on, I'll say, analog kitchen gadgets, and by that I mean things that were non-mechanical or non-electrical. And recently, an executive from Frog Design joined up over there, and now they're trying to push into building electronics and gadgets and home automation type stuff. This was purchased at Home Depot for $50. They actually had several different devices. They had a power strip, which it's a strip, but then each socket can rotate, and you can use an app to turn things on and off. They had a sensor for your refrigerator that you put your eggs in that will tell you both when your eggs go bad, I think, as well as when you need eggs. They had a little four display little thing that looks like gas gauges. Then you can configure it to show ticking information like Twitter or your email, stock prices, weather, etc. Very configurable. And there are a couple of other gadgets like this, but that's what they are. They're neat little gadgets. The sensor to me though is interesting as a way of playing around with some lightweight. I don't want to say home security, just lightweight event notification for the home. Some of the example stuff on the box is monitors, safe opening, lights being turned on and on, unwanted visitors, snack theft, laundry completion, people jumping on the bed, wine cellar food storage, pet habitat, break-ins, sirens and alarms, and baby cries. So I think it's a neat concept. Now, again, the product line is called Wink. Quirky has teamed up with GE, where they have a website, and I'll include a link to that in the description, where users can go and submit ideas. And there's obviously, or assumedly, there's some vetting process, and if it's a good enough idea, I guess you have an opportunity to work with it, work with them to design it. I think it's a really neat concept. I have a couple ideas myself that I'm thinking through to possibly submit, but without further ado, let's open this bad boy up. My little pen knife here. Let's see. There's one, and there's two. Okay. Then, alrighty. The box is nice and heavy duty. I like that, especially products like this that you don't really know what you're getting into. And I imagine the average person going to Home Depot is not, necessarily the first customer for something like this. I know Best Buy recently started carrying these as well. But there's very little information online about them. So this is definitely a first. So here's the puck itself, which I'm very impressed. This is much smaller than I think I would have been, or I was assuming based on the size of the box, quite frankly. So we have the sensor device itself. It's got a heft to it. I don't know how much it weighs. The top up there is probably the light sensors. I don't know if you can quite see this, but let me... You see there are holes on the side in turrets. Maybe that's where some of the other sensing capability is. But yeah, very small. It's got a tab, which I'm guessing is what I pull out to activate the battery. And then on the back, There are 2 holes, presumably for screw mounting. So set that to the side. Inside, you have the puck rest and a little card that says "Getting Started." And download and launch the Wink app. Open the battery compartment and remove the ribbon or plug-in. Follow instructions to connect. Once connected, use Spotter to monitor your home from anywhere. Now, that seems simple enough, especially if in today's app-enabled world. That's interesting that they say the plug-in. If I look at this barrel, and you probably can't see this, this barrel, though, there definitely seems to be a center pin. This barrel does not. So my guess is there is an adapter, which is nice, because cool little devices like this that are only battery powered annoy me, just because they require constant upkeep. Although it wouldn't surprise me if this thing has the ability to phone home to say, "Hey, my battery needs charge." Well, this is good. It actually appears, this is what I'm going to assume is the wall wart. Okay. Box looks like it had been opened previously, but so inside we have a little switching power supply. Let's see, 3.3 volt output at 0.6 amps. Okay, so not very much. And then a wee itty bitty barrel connector, which, as I suspected, which one was it? Almost certainly just right like that. You have what look like a couple of rubber feet, maybe? I'm not sure what those are. And then 2 mounting screws. Not much there, and I'm assuming, yeah, that's the end of the box. So, I didn't mention this. This works with your Wi-Fi, is how obviously it connects to the internet. But yeah, so if you had this sensor and you had that power strip, I know it's possible to program events where this guy could make things turn on and off. So you could attach this to a door and it could turn lights in a room on and off automatically. But I think it's pretty cool, and I'm very interested to see what else will come out in this line, because the idea is all this stuff kind of connects together. I know they're working on a pitcher that will tell you when milk has gone bad based on pH, which I think is actually a really cool idea. So now that we got it open, let me kind of change my rig up here, and we'll get the iPad out and download the app and see what we do next. Here you see my iPad, 4th generation. So right now I'm looking for the app, and I've typed in Wink, I've typed in Quirky, I haven't found what I'm looking for. I'm switching from iPad to iPhone apps. But yeah, so finding the app so far has not actually been easy. There we go. So there is a Quirky app, and that's the right Quirky. Here's what we want. So Wink Instantly Connected is our app. So we'll go ahead and install or get that. So while I'm waiting for the app to load, I was just sitting here reading the box, because I didn't mention this, is yes, it will alert you to things that happen. Spotter gives you the freedom to know what's going on at home from anywhere. Spotter gathers information from its sensors and triggers, notifying you when your wine cellar heats up, turning on the light when you enter the room. But what's really interesting is I looked at the included 2 AA batteries, which, number one, mad props for creating a device that runs off of very common batteries. The AC adapter, 2 double-sided wall mount pads, 2 screws, and then a magnetic base. That magnetic base part is really cool. This is an incredibly well thought out little device. So that's actually, maybe, there you go. You can see it's magnetic. It's magnetic there, and then it's magnetic over here. So that's really cool. Alrighty, and the app has finished downloading, so we'll open. My iPad is filthy. Wink would like to send you push notifications, which, let's see. My case isn't really designed to go vertically, but we want you to have the best experience possible. Create a Wink account so that you can view your Wink products on other mobile devices. Wink would like to send push notifications, which I think we absolutely want to allow. So they're asking for first name, last name, email address, and a password, and then they will ask me to create a Wink account, so I will do that now. Wink devices connect by receiving light pulses that come from your phone screen. Don't worry, we'll show you how it's done. Well, that's interesting. So we'll do next. Okay, it is asking me for my Wi-Fi information, so I will enter that. Find the home sensor on your Wink device. It looks like a house. Now that's interesting. So you can see the iconography at play here. So I found it. Power on your Wink device. So from my perspective, I think that means there's this tab. I'm just going to pull it out. And now I get a glowing red light. So I've activated the HAL 9000. So Wink device is powered on. Be sure the home sensor is blinking. Alright, it is. Again, it's blinking. When you see the countdown start, place the screen of your phone all the way up against the home button. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down. Keep it there until you feel your phone vibrate, indicating that it has finished blinking. Okay, start countdown. I'm just going to put that there and we'll see what happens. Okay, so it finished. I now have a green light. And we got some orange. We got all kinds of crazy lights flashing. Ah! I believe the device is connected to the network. And we are now good to go. Success. You connected to your spotter. Excellent. I'm going to turn this... Oh, that didn't fix it. Let's see. Monitor conditions in your home by, and you can tell the rendering's off. Maybe it's because I'm on an iPad. I don't know. Spotter even has a battery mode. Allows you to use the motion and light something. So loading. It tells me that I'm on battery mode. Presumably, let's see, what can I do? I can add a new Wink device, I can add a new portfolio. And again, the portfolio is a smart bank that counts how much money it's in. I can pick my spotter. I can name my device. So we'll call this one Spotter 1. Share this device. Oh, that's cool. So I can add that, and then spotter needs a plug. The temperature sensor requires spotter to be plugged in, and it looks like I'm in battery mode. Plug spotter in and then double tap it. Interesting. Okay, spotter needs a plug. So there's the plug. Throw that bad boy in there. Nothing seems to have happened. In fact, I may have just killed it. I tapped it twice physically and I saw the little blue light. Now, temperature or humidity. We have light. Happens on home. Oh. We have motion. And we have sound. I was kind of hoping for a mode where it would actually tell me current readings. I'm going to start with the temperature. So, if temperature goes above, goes below. Say I wanted to alert me if the temperature goes below. I'm going to set this at 78 because it's not 78 in here right now. Let's see what happens. So our notifications, send an email to, send me a notification, toggle pivot power genius. Send me a notification. Name this trigger and we'll just call it temp. I went back and it says saving trigger. So I now can see that. I'm assuming that's how I delete it. Notification, spotter detected temperature below 78 degrees. Okay, so that worked. I'll delete that one. Let's try lights. Add a new light trigger. And I can choose if light goes from dark to bright or bright to dark. Then I can do all the same notifications again, etc. So, I don't know, the app, new motion trigger, oh that's interesting, goes from not moving to moving, goes from moving to not moving. Let's do that one. Get a notification. I was going to call it move. See, now I've given it a name, and this is poor design because there's no save button. Technically, by going back, it's save. The only action I can take is delete, but I'll go back. So at this point, here it is. The puck is sitting on the table, and I've just moved it a little bit. Let's see how sensitive. So far, no notifications. So that got moved. Now, so I can move it very slowly, but go back. This time, let's do sound. New sound trigger. It's asking me if it goes from silence to loud or goes from loud to low volume. Let's do silence to loud. Then I'm going to notify again. And we'll just put SND. Oh. Alright. So now I'm talking a little bit louder than conversationally, and it's not complaining. So the sound trigger must be pretty loud. So if I start, obviously I don't know what the thresholds for detecting are. Like there's no sensitivity setting. So yeah, we've done temperature. We've done. Let me do the light one real quick. So if I go, I'll do goes from bright to dark, and as per usual, give me a notification. I'll just call it LT. So right now, that's on. If I come over here to the switch on my desk lights, I can find it. Spotter detected a light turn off event. Right. Of the 4 things that it can sense, apparently only motion and light seem to work when you're on battery mode only, which actually, no, that's something else too. Let me pull this off of power. Battery mode. And I presume that's telling me the battery life. But now you'll notice that the temperature is grayed out and sound is grayed out, and it tells me that I have to have those if that's what I want to do. So yeah, overall, I look forward to seeing what other devices come out as time goes on for these folks, and hopefully the software will get more mature. But overall, I think it's a great start, and having these little sensors are just peace of mind and situational awareness. You know, so I don't know what I'm going to use this one for yet, but I look forward to playing with it. These are rolling out now. There's a Quirky-/Wink forum, and it seems like this stuff is just now getting into consumers' hands. I just happen to be lucky to find one at my local Home Depot, actually while I was buying these lights. So 73's all, and we will talk to you next time. This is KF7IJZ.